Happy New Year's, everybody. To start off the year, I want to list out my 2024 resolutions. Now, throughout my years, I actually wouldn't make a list of resolutions because I honestly thought it didn't really mean anything. There was nobody really to hold you accountable, and so I just really thought that it was just a list that you would want to follow, but you can stop at any time. But this year, I actually want to do a list of resolutions and I want to record it. I want to have it documented for everybody to see, for everybody to judge me, and for everybody to hopefully hold me accountable. So, I'm starting off this year with listing to the entire world my 2024 resolutions. And I've made different categories. That way it can be nice and tidy. And then throughout the year, I will keep you guys updated. And hopefully, by the end of the year, I've been able to meet all those goals. Now, let's start with some of the boring ones. Alright? Seems like everybody, every single year, have some sort of like gym/health resolution. So mine for this year would be to attend my boxing classes that I actually signed up for like a month ago, at least 2 times a week. Now I know 2 times a week is relatively low, but I want to make these resolutions, these goals, attainable, something that I can actually be able to do consistently throughout the year. And I know that there are going to be sometimes, some weeks where I'm going to have to need to travel, or I am going to be super busy with work that I probably won't be able to go more than 2 times a week. Realistically, I'm hoping that I'll be able to attend these boxing lessons at least 3 times a week. But I put 2 times a week just to be sure. And boxing won't be the only thing that I'm hoping that I'll be doing in terms of exercise. I'm hoping that I will at least be able to do 4 days of exercise in the week. 2 of those will be boxing, and the other 2 can be literally anything. I tend to play a lot of soccer, and I tend to actually go and play soccer on the weekends, so that would count as 1. But if I can't play soccer for some reason a week, then I can do something else, like just go to the gym and do some weightlifting. I feel like that way I'm able to hone into what I specifically want to do, which in this case would be pick up boxing and learn how to do it. But at the same time, it also gives me the flexibility of being able to do other types of exercise during the week and throughout the year. I think 4 days of exercise is pretty good. And hopefully I'm able to achieve that. Now, another must-have resolution that I think has to be in my list is a resolution and a goal regarding work. And this year, my goal would be to be able to meet and get my full bonus. And to be able to get that full bonus and get the full amount by the end of the year, I need to work 2,000 billable hours. Now, a billable hour is very different than just a regular work hour. A billable hour for attorneys would be basically something that you can bill a client. I'll leave a video somewhere on the screen where I go into a little bit more detail about that. But yeah, I need to meet 2,000 billable hours to be able to get my full bonus. Now, because I started work kind of late, and because I am new to this line of work, and people don't truly trust me yet to be able to give me a lot of work to do, my firm does things a little bit differently for first years. So for us, the way that they try to help us be able to meet our bonus is that they'll take the best 6 months that we've done in the year, and they'll double our hours. So essentially for me to be able to meet the 2,000 bonus and get the full amount, I will need to work 1,000 hours in the span of 6 months. If I'm able to do that, I will be able to meet the bonus and get my full amount. Now, I think that's completely doable. I don't think that I'll be able to get that though, or start working those long hours until later. I'm thinking more like 6 months, but who knows? Maybe things will pick up. So far in the last 3 months, things have been relatively slow for me. I've been working roughly between 20 to 25 billable work weeks, so it's not bad, but I definitely need to pick up to be able to meet that amount. Now, next on my list is YouTube. Now, I could just say that my goal for 2024 would be to finally be able to hit 1,000 subscribers, even though it's been like 4 years. But I feel like that goal, I don't know. I feel like that goal is not necessarily something like in my hands. Like it is, but I definitely feel like I can be more specific than that. And that would be my resolution for this year when it comes to YouTube is just to be more consistent. I want to try to post 2 videos a week at least. There might be some weeks where I post more, but I want to at least hit 2 times a week in this main channel. And I also want to revive my Spanish speaking channel, the one where I basically post these videos, but I reshoot them in Spanish. And I want to at least post one times a week. I at least want to post one time a week on that channel. Hopefully I can do that. I definitely feel like that's going to be very time consuming, but I have been working on a schedule for 2024 in the last couple of weeks, which is a reason why I haven't really been posting in the last 30 days on this channel, because I just wanted to organize myself well to be able to start 2024 on the right foot. So yeah, my goal for 2024 would be to post twice in this channel and once in my Spanish speaking channel, minimum. And then hopefully with that consistency, I will be able to achieve the 1,000 subscribers that I truly want. Yeah, so that would be my goal for YouTube for 2024. Now I also want to read more books. I used to read a lot of books as a kid and then just stopped. And my job requires me to do a lot of reading, but it's just not the same than picking up a book that actually interests you, because the most of the reading that I do is just contracts and agreements, and a lot of it is pretty repetitive. So yeah, I want to read more books this upcoming year, and my goal for 2024 is to at least read 6 books. I feel like that is completely doable. Obviously, for people out there that may have a little bit more time, they can read a lot more books, or maybe if they just read a lot quicker than I do, they can read a lot more books. But considering that I have a lot of things that I also want to do on top of this, I felt like 6 books is completely doable, completely attainable. And I've already started with a book. This like Econ 101 book. It's like 250 pages long. That I want to finish that and then move on. I have a couple books that I've been wanting to read. And 6, I think, is completely doable. That gives me roughly about 2 months to finish each book. But I will add one slight, I guess, caveat. I cannot include audiobooks in that. Like, audiobooks does not count towards those 6 amounts. Because I do listen to audiobooks on my commute, but I'm not counting those audiobooks as my 6 books that I actually read. I actually have to sit down and open up a book and read it. So, yeah, hopefully by the end of 2024, I'm able to hit that goal and read 6 books. Besides book, I also want to play video games. I feel like I haven't been playing a lot of video games the last couple of years due to law school, and I really want to get back into it. So, what my goal for 2024 in regards to video games is to actually finish the video games I have already, and not to buy any more video games until I'm able to finish them. Now, I don't have to be 100% completionist in every single video game, but I need to at least finish the main story. You know, I still have the first Spider-Man game, Red Dead Redemption 2, Elden Ring, and then a couple more video games out there that I haven't finished at all. I started it, probably did one mission, and then left it as is. And I'm hoping that I will be able to make some time to just relax and be able to finish the video games, especially because I have this bad tendency of keep buying video games and never actually finishing it. Like, I still have the Breath of the Wild. I still have Breath of the Wild from when it first came out, back in 2017, I think. And I have barely started that game like a month ago. I kid you not. It was just, I had never opened it. I had never tried to play it. First time was a month ago. And so far, I've liked the game. So I wanted to keep going. And I knew it was going to be a good game. It won best game of the year. But for some reason, I didn't play it. So I am going to finish the games that I have before I buy any more, and then hopefully be able to regain some of that childhood-like tendencies that I kind of miss. That remind me of being a kid in the simpler times where there wasn't a lot of problems I had to think about and grown-up issues and bills and whatever. So yeah, video games. And I also want to travel too. For 2024, I want to at least visit 6 different cities. Now, these cities don't have to be far. They can be cities around me that are like an hour or 2 away from me that I have just never visited, and try something new. I want to, expand my horizons and be able to witness new things. And I know, like, if I'm just going to a city nearby, the culture won't be that different because I'm in the same state. But who knows? I just want to see new things. There's probably a lot of things out there that are near me that I didn't even know existed. So I want to try to find those small things and also try to travel outside of California. I don't really travel too much, and I haven't really seen a lot of states, even though I've been in this country for a long time now. So I want to see if I what else is out there, and I'm hoping that I can do that. I feel like 6 states, or sorry, 6 cities, is completely doable. Like I said, it'll be a mix between different cities and other states and cities within California that I just haven't been to. And then that way, I feel like I'm not missing on much. I guess I don't know. I just want to explore more. I just want to travel more. It's something that I haven't done, and I want to do. And I eventually want to go to Europe and visit other continents. But you know, let me start small. I still got a lot of student loans to pay off to be able to do big travels like that. So yeah, let's start small. And speaking of student loans, that's actually something, another category of mine in regards to my 2024 resolutions. And my goal for 2024 is to pay off at least one of my loans in full. Now, I have 6 loans taken out in different amounts and different interest rates. I took those loans out to be able to pay law school, just law school. I didn't take out any loans for undergrad. And, you know, law school's expensive, so they racked up. And now I have a lot of money that I owe. But, you know, I'm grateful that I'm in a job that pays me fairly well, and I definitely know that I can start paying those loans off. Now, a lot of people decide to just, you know, do the longest plan possible and pay the least amount, and then that way they'll be able to still have a lot of leftover money, discretionary income every single month to be able to spend on all sorts of stuff. But I want to get out of this debt as soon as possible. And I'm actually going to make a full video about this, where I'm going to go in detail about the loans that I took out, how much they are, and what my plan is to being able to pay it off. But yeah, subscribe for that, and leave a like if you like this video. But yeah, stick around if you want to see that video. But for one of my goals for 2024 is to at least pay off one of my loans, which varies between $20,000 to $30,000. Now, besides student loans, another thing, another resolution of mine in regards to my personal finance is that I want to max out my Roth IRA and my HSA. Now, Roth IRA is like a retirement account that accrues over time with the money that you put in, and whenever you retire and whenever you hit the age restriction that they have, you'll be able to withdraw your money without any taxes. You don't have to pay any taxes. And HSA is very similar, but it's a health savings account where you're also able to put in money, invest it, and let it accrue over time, let it grow over time, and you can use money in that account to be able to pay off health-related bills. And whenever you pay something off, you won't have to pay taxes on it using your HSA. But I want to max those out. I think the limit for this year for the Roth IRA is somewhere in the $7,000, between $6,500 and $7,000, and I think HSA is a little bit over $4,000. So it'll be roughly between $10,000 to $11,000 that would need to contribute to these two accounts. And I don't have a resolution that says that I want to save an X amount of money, because I feel like I won't be able to save much this year, considering that I'm trying to max these two accounts out, and on top of that trying to pay off my loans as quickly as possible, because the golden rule is to try to save about 20% of what your salary is. And I definitely think that a lot of my money is going to be towards just paying off my loans as soon as possible, so I can pay the least amount of interest. But yeah, even though I do plan on paying off my loans as soon as possible, I definitely need to save / invest some money this year, and I feel like maxing out these two accounts, which are very, very good in terms of like the tax implications, I should do that instead of just saving the money elsewhere or investing it in a regular brokerage account. My last resolution that I have is a very personal one for me, and that's just honestly calling my sister more often. I feel like my sister and I have a really good relationship, but I need to show that I care about her and that I love her, even though I feel like she knows that. But it's always good to show it. And a way that I can show it is by calling her more often and being there more for her. You know, she's 10 years younger than me, so there is a bit of an age difference, but she's really mature for her age. And whenever we do talk, we're able to talk about all sorts of things. I never feel like whenever I talk to her, it's a burden or it's boring, or like it's a conversation that to me is like that I don't really want to be in. I actually really much enjoy the conversations that I have with her, and I just feel like I need to show that more and be able to be more present there. Because I did that for my brother. I did that for my younger brother. He's 5 years younger than me, and I don't know whether it's because we're the same sex or because we're closer in age that we got along super well and had a lot of things that we connected with. But it's not the same with my sister, and that's on me. And I definitely want to talk to her a lot more, call her a lot more, and then hopefully be able to do a lot more with her, especially since she's getting older. You know, she's growing up, and I'm finally seeing that, and it saddens me because and I still remember her when she was a baby, and I know these things happen, and this is life, and she's gonna turn 15 soon, and we're gonna throw a quinceañera for her, and I'm very happy with how she's turning out, but I also feel like I haven't done my part to be a part of her life more, and I hope to improve that this year. So yeah, those are my 2024 resolutions, which I'm hoping that you guys all hold me accountable for. And I'll post regular updates throughout the year. But that's pretty much all I have. Please subscribe, like the video, and stick around for more content because I have a whole schedule for this year. And yeah, looking forward to making more of these videos. Bye.